All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have been waiting for. It is time to go racing from Talladega. Otto Cruz and Richie Joplin have the front row. Jeremy Edwards, Colby Whipple on the second row. Jason Stewart, Justin Swafford on the third row. Jeremy Gardner and Paulo Anacito on the fourth row. Robbie Allers and Clay Kirchenbauer rounding out the top 10. Tyler Ott in 11th. Sean Lesperant starts in 12th. Blake Viken starts in 13th. PJ Cox in 14th. Jarrett Woodard 15th. Dean Webb in 16th. Russell Worth 17th. Brandon Newby in 18th. 19th is Mike Brown, and 20th is Jeff Sheldon. 21st, Patrick Pieper, Aaron Brill in 22nd. Pudge all the way back in 23rd. Darren Silva, 24th. 25th is Jamie Knopf. Lonnie Roberts starting in 26th. Ryan McDaniel, 22nd. John Scheiderick starts in 28th. Craig Phillips, 29th. And Jeremy Baker starting 30th. Scott Cleek rounding out this 31-car field. Holy cow, 31 cars at Talladega. Pete Petta wishing Colby good luck. Yeah, Blake, after being upside down that long, I imagine you're a little dizzy there, bud. Looking at the front of the iRacing pace car as everybody gets gridded up and ready to go. John dropping in the comments says Craig Phillips has this one. Time will tell as the pace car rolls off and the drivers head away. Everybody get their cars rolling here. Looks like we may get a delay to the green flag. Scott Cleek did not take to the grid here, so 31 cars starting this. Jacob Morgan starting from the tail end. He did not qualify. He got in late. Everybody's sorting out single file at the moment. Otto Cruz leads them around. They'll stack back up at the start-finish line and get ready to go green. Fourth race of the season, and it's probably a good thing that they scheduled this fourth because this could upset the points in a big, big way, especially later in the season. And I have no earthly idea what is going on, but everybody's coming down pit road. They come back off pit road. Looks like just a pass through here. Nobody stops on pit road. Brenda, not nearly as much as me. I am really confused, but hey, they are stacking back up for the start, so. If it was just something they were doing to see if they could confuse me, they were successful. Been broadcasting for over 2 years, and that's the first time I have seen that one done. Everybody stacked up, ready to go this time. Trevor Duff saying Craig is the man. Looks like Craig may actually have the biggest fan club here tonight. He's one of the drivers that chose to not qualify, starting from the back in the 33 car, trying to play it safe here early. Here they go, pace car about to drop in. Then the long drive. Remember, the start-finish line is not at the middle of the tri-oval. It's almost all the way into turn 1. And a lot of races here have been decided between the center of the tri-oval and that start-finish line. Here we go. Green flag is underway in Talladega. Top few get sorted out quickly. Yeah, Brian, it looked like they were doing a tour of the pits, I guess. Auto Cruz quickly in the lead, top 5 single file. That outside line, remember as we mentioned, it takes about a lap and a half for these cars to get up to max speed. That outside line takes several laps of laying some rubber down before it starts picking up speed. But if enough people are up there and work it in early, the top line is often the best place to be late in the race. Pudge said he was starting from the back, but he might charge. He is doing it. Up 5 spots, 6 spots. Patrick Pieper also making his way forward. Meanwhile, it looks like Aaron Brill back here leading the second pack, as we do have a couple of distinct packs now. Lead pack almost 20 cars deep. Second pack about 4 or 5 cars still within drafting range. Looks like they are going to actually pull back up into the lead pack. That outside line appears to already be making up, picking up some speed, because Gardner leads lap 1. As I mentioned, they do have an extra fast repair tonight, so I guarantee you some of these guys are preaching patience out there right now, but there's going to be a few drivers that just are going to send it every single lap out here tonight. Colby Whipple now up into second. Auto Cruz on the bottom in third. Jeremy Edwards, Justin Swafford moving up into third. Auto Cruz fourth. Paulo Inesito fifth. Patrick Pieper continues his march to the front, bringing Pudge with him there, 11th and 13th. Jamie Knopp, who won the first 2 races of the season, back in 15th of 10 spots. Looked like Swafford had a little problem there going down the front straightaway. He was down on the apron as they came to turn 1, but has got that car back up. Gardner, not a lot of help at the moment, but down the back straightaway they pull up and the outside line reforms. Meanwhile, Colby Whipple goes to the lead. Can Colby Whipple lead his first lap of the race? I do believe it'd be his first lap led of the season. And he does. Lap number 2, or Colby Whipple leads a lap. Looking back through the field to see some of the biggest movers, as we mentioned, Patrick Pieper making a move, Pudge also making his way up. We've got cars all the way down to the apron backing off at the moment. Tyler Ott dropping to the back at the moment. And this second pack just hanging out way behind, led by Jacob Morgan, Jeremy Baker, John Scheiderick, Lonnie Roberts, Blake Viken, Ryan McDaniel, Brandon Newby, and Craig Phillips, all hanging out here playing it safe early on. Meanwhile, Pudge making his way up to the lead. Looks like him and Pieper got separated for the moment. They had charged up from the back together. Hey, good evening, Buffett. Yellow line rule is in effect here tonight as well. You cannot advance your position below the yellow line. You can drop down there to drop back or to avoid a wreck. I think the yellow line rule kind of goes out the window with about 2 laps to go, though. Gardner back in the lead, Colby Whipple in second, Justin Swafford in third. Richie Joplin on the high side starting to make his way forward. Patrick Pieper and Pudge dropping back into 10th and 11th. Jamie Knopf charged all the way up into 12th place. Now the 2 car has dropped back into 16th. We will see a few of these drivers practice running their way to the front and then dropping all the way to the back. That is just practice for late in the run. So if your favorite driver gets to the front early and suddenly drops back, don't panic. Side by side, the entire front, or the entire lead pack. Clay Kirchenbauer hanging out at the back along with Jarrett Woodard and Darren Silva. The second pack led by Jacob Morgan, about 3.3 seconds behind this lead pack. They do run the risk back there that if this race were to go green the entire time, they would be completely out of contention due to this strategy. But in my 2.5 years of broadcasting, I've seen it go green the entire time once and bite the guys that were left behind. But more often than not, this is the smart choice hanging out off the back. Oh! Looked like Otto had a little bobble. Oh, we've got a wreck! Swafford down low! Cars in the grass trying to avoid it. No caution yet. The lead pack is broke up. Let's see if we can see what happened to Justin Swafford that broke the entire pack up. There's Justin Swafford on the bottom, the red 92 car. Looks like the 72 was on the apron, just comes back up the track. Several guys have to check up. And everybody, that just speaks to the skill of this group of drivers that there was so little carnage on that. While that chaos was happening, PJ Cox has worked his way from 24th into the lead, and Pudge now on the outside in second. Anacito now up on the high side. Does not look like he took any damage in that incident. The lead pack now dramatically broken up. Jason Stewart leading a 3-car pack of him, Patrick Pieper, and Colby Whipple. Those guys, great wreck avoidance here tonight. Sean Lesperance leading Jarrett Woodard around. That's 2 of the 3 Canadians in the field. Hopefully they can work their way back up toward the front. I imagine this, the chaos is not over yet. Russell Worth a little further back. They've got a 4-car pack with Mike Brown, Robbie Allers, and Darren Silva. And Jacob Morgan right behind with Jeremy Baker, John Scheiderick, Brandon Newby leading another group. So we've got multiple groups now. These groups are at the back, like this one led by Brandon Newby, will be able to draft up to the smaller groups. They'll pick up the cars as they go along. They are nowhere near out of contention this early in the race. As these groups continue to race around, gather up more drivers along the way, they get bigger, they get faster, and Pudge has gone to the lead. Dean Webb, Pudge up 22 spots into the lead. Dean Webb up 14 into second. PJ Cox up 11 spots into third. Jamie Knopf up 16 spots into ninth. Jeff Sheldon up 10 spots into 10th. Lead pack still going at it a bit here. Looks like Dean may lead this one. It is Dean Webb leading that lap. Pudge goes back to the lead through turn 1. That outside line definitely has an advantage here on the straightaways, but the inside line is fastest through the turns. Did hear a couple of drivers talking about the fact that you can actually use your car and use the side draft off your car. If done right, it'll make you go faster and slow down the car beside you. Expect to see a lot of side drafting in the late race. Pudge out front, but Clay Kirchenbauer making a move on the high side. Pudge is going to lead that lap. Checking back this group with Patrick Pieper, Jason Stewart, Colby Whipple. They're about 4 seconds behind that lead pack at the moment. Sean Lesperance and Jarrett Woodard about 3 seconds behind them. Russell Worth's group about 2.25 seconds back, and they are gaining quickly. Jacob Morgan has formed up with this group, Brandon Newby's group, about 2.5 seconds back from Russell Worth's, and they are gaining. They don't have as many cars, but they're doing a much better job of staying glued to each other. Clay Kirchenbauer leads that lap. Hey, good evening, Richie. How's it going, bud? Oh, we've got some 3 wide back behind. Gardner up on the high side. Looks like he may be... I thought he was dropping to the tail end, but Richie West... I'm sorry, Richie. Wrong. Too many Richies. Richie Joplin in the middle drops back. Clay Kirchenbauer still out front, still too wide for most of this lead pack. Gardner trying to use that third line and draft his way back up toward the front. Looks like Otto moving up a little bit. He was thinking about joining him. Off into the turn, and Gardner loses a lot of ground there. Russell Worth's group almost within drafting range of Sean and Jarrett. They'll pick up those two cars and start marching their way forward quickly. Brandon Newby's group, they are gaining as well. They're only 1.5 seconds back. These three cars are doing an amazing job working together. Brandon Newby, Blake Viken, and Craig Phillips. Lonnie Roberts tags on to the backside of it as well. They are doing a great job of having a smaller group running down a bigger group. Yeah. Still extremely impressed that everybody managed to keep their cars clean and out of trouble with that earlier incident. Jamie Knopf now up into second place. Jamie won at Kansas and Michigan, the first two races of the season. Looking to make it a third. We've got cars sliding up the track. One is in the wall. Otto Cruz kissing the wall on the front stretch. See if we can get a look at the right side. Does not look like he lost any momentum. I don't see any significant aero damage. Paulo Anacito's dropping back, sliding into line now. Gardner lost a lot on that one. Gardner now 2 seconds behind Dean Webb. Meanwhile, Sean Lesperance, Jarrett Woodard now have a group with them. Russell Worth is there, Mike Brown, but that group is spreading out a bit. As Jacob Morgan and his crew caught up now as well. Fastest lap of the race so far, though, run by the 14 car of Brandon Newby last time by. Up front, Clay still has the lead. Jamie in second, Pudge in third, PJ Cox in fourth, Jeff Sheldon in fifth. The top 5 single file. Richie Joplin on the high side, trying to get some guys working with him and make their way forward. He's got Jeremy Edwards up there. As I mentioned, the Uprooted Maker is the season sponsor. Go check her out, the Uprooted Maker on Facebook. I actually have one of her cups. It was a gift last season, or 2 seasons ago. I have never actually used. Sometimes you can see it when I am racing, sitting on my desk. Hopefully here in the near future I'll have all my swag displayed when I'm racing. Kristen does some amazing work. Definitely check her out. Help support the Nowski Nation and all your favorite iRacing groups by supporting their sponsors. Richie Joplin in that outside line. The outside line, they spread out at the back of the pack, and the outside line just kind of fell apart. While they're back here battling, Sean Lesperance continues to lead this second group. They are actually closing, or this is the third group now. Jason Stewart leads the second group that is about to be caught. And then there will be two big packs, both separated by about 11 seconds. But if this second group can get back single file, get to working together a little better, they could easily catch that lead pack with those guys up there side by side. Now the lead pack goes single file for the moment. Clay Kirchenbauer still up front. After some tracks, we hear drivers, when we talk to them, that are exhausted, and you know they're physically drained. Talladega, Daytona, those two tracks are mentally draining. These guys are playing 3D chess all the way around the track, just trying to hold position, not make a mistake, and as the tires wear, the car is bouncing all over the place. It's hard to hold it steady. You're fighting the car. You're thinking about who's around you, seeing if you can make a run. Sean Lesperance's group there, 12 seconds behind the lead pack, and they have just now started gaining ground. At the moment, about 12 1/4 seconds back, but we'll take a look here in a few laps and see how much ground they gain. But they are doing a great job of staying single file and making it work toward the front. Meanwhile, a small group hanging out off the back. Looks like the lap car of Justin Swafford mixed in there. Jeremy Baker, Darren Silva, the first to hit pit road. Looks like we're about to start green flag stops. Now the second pack is diving in. Sean Lesperance leading them down. Clay Kirchenbauer leading this lead pack. They will not go much further. We'll try and watch as this group comes into pit road. Green flag stops here are a bit sketchy. You've got a lot of room to get down to speed, but you'll see everybody fan out at once as the majority of this group stays out. Auto Cruz leads a small group in with Dean Webb and Paulo Aniceto. Make sure you keep cheering on your favorite drivers in the comments. That first group now back out on track, led by Justin Swafford, Jeremy Gardner. I'm sorry, Swafford has not been to pit road. A group that has completed, led by Jeremy Gardner, and now that they are starting to, here we go! Now that they are starting to get up to speed, they will reform into a big group as well. Everybody gets to pit road safely. Auto Cruz coming off pit road now, Dean Webb with him. Gardner back behind by about 11 seconds and gaining. Pit stops can be a huge deciding factor here. Everybody that's been down pit road so far, 4 tires and fuel, no reason right now to try and take a risk on a 2-tire stop. PJ Cox is rolling off with Pudge right behind him. They are currently scored. PJ currently scored as the leader. But here come Otto and Dean at full speed. Here they come. They are moving back out on the track. Now the question is, how many positions do Otto and Dean pick up here as the other drivers come up to speed? Justin Swafford currently a lap down. You know he is hoping for a caution. Look at the work these two are doing. And look at Pudge. He is pushing PJ Cox for all he is worth. They have a 2-second advantage right now on Jeff Sheldon, Richie Joplin, and Jeremy Edwards. Auto Cruz Dean Webb not far behind though, 2.4 seconds back and gaining. Clay Kirchenbauer currently all alone. But as these smaller groups begin to pick up drivers, things will start to pick up. Jeff Sheldon leading this group just under 2 seconds behind our leaders. But they are going to have some drafting help from a lap car. Believe that is Darren nope. That was Aaron Brill. He moves up the track and just lets them by. These three quickly gaining on PJ and Pudge. Dean Webb, Auto Cruz now almost 4 seconds back. They've got Swafford in the group now as well. Clay Kirchenbauer still all alone, but Gardner and his group are coming to collect him. In that group is Jason Stewart, Patrick Pieper, Jarrett Woodard not far behind with Robbie Allers and Tyler Ott. Jacob Morgan leading the biggest group on track right now with John Scheiderick, Colby Whipple, Mike Brown, Craig Phillips, Paulo Anacito, Sean Lesperance. Brandon Newby leads a 3-car group. Lonnie Roberts, Russell Worth with him. Jamie Knopf all alone at the moment. Jeff Sheldon's got the nose out ahead, side by side with PJ. Looks like Jeff is... No, PJ gets him at the line. Craig the Japanese Typhoon. If we talk to him post-race, I will definitely be asking about that. This is the biggest group from 8th on back right now. Jeremy Gardner at the point. Clay Kirchenbauer finally into a group, so he's got some help. Jacob Morgan leading his group. Morgan and crew a little over 8.5 seconds back from the next group. PJ Cox leading the top 5. Dean Webb back in 6th, about 7 seconds back. After pit stops, this field really spreading out a bit. But before long, we'll see even more of these groups reforming out here. Caution! Caution is out. Jeff Sheldon involved. Jeff up at the front. Oh, Jeff just comes down across Richie Joplin's nose. Hard hit to the inside wall and our first caution of the night. This is exactly what Jamie Knopf needed to see. This should get him back to the lead lap. Almost halfway before we got the first caution, this will put the entire pack back together again. Jamie waiting for the officials to wave him around. And I would expect to see most of the field into at least top off on fuel. They've been out there for 6 laps, so not a lot of tire wear. Generally not a lot of tire wear at Talladega anyway, but I expect to see everybody in. They'll go ahead and get 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel for the next run. Gives them a few more options when they make that final stop. PJ stays out. Pudge stays out. Jeremy Edwards leads a big group in. That is a surprise. Let's see if we can get a word with our leader. Hey, PJ, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. How's it going, man?
Hey, good. I have to wonder why not stop and top off on fuel here.
Well, the way I had it figured, we're going 2 stops anyway. I'd rather stay up front for now. Take a gamble on a caution later.
You're having a great run so far tonight. Now that you're out front, you obviously had a little bit of breathing room there for a while, but the pack back together, are you going to try and hold on to the front or drop off?
That's the plan. I think we'll be a lot better off if we can stay out here in a good clean air, and hopefully we can keep it up here. Working pretty good with Pudge tonight.
You guys definitely are. You've had a great run so far, man. Good luck.
I appreciate it, man.
PJ Cox, the current leader. Pudge also staying out. Jeremy Gardner stays out. And Sean Lesperant stays out. Everybody else hits pit road. Sean Lesperant's had some great wreck avoidance earlier. Some great pit stops and great work through the draft to get his way up here into the top 5. Richie Joplin currently sitting back in 13th. He did make a pit stop. And, man, he has avoided some close calls here tonight. Also, just trying to take, it looks like, Russell Worth in a new Transformers paint scheme tonight. As is the 66 of Ryan McDaniel as he comes down pit road. Lights go out on the pace car. They begin to stack back up. PJ Cox and Pudge will have the front row. Jeremy Gardner, Sean Lesperant on the second row. Jeremy Edwards and Patrick Pieper on the third row. Jason Stewart, Dean Webb have the fourth. Jeff Sheldon and Colby Whipple rounding out the top 10. Great job by Jeff Sheldon. He gets down pit road, gets the car fixed. Manages to come back out with a top 10. The whole field back together again. Still 31 cars out on track. "35 laps completed, about 44 more to go." And I'd be holding your breath right now because the whole pack back together, that group that dropped off, I would expect none of them to drop back again. I don't expect them to break off into a second pack. So you're going to have all 30 cars together. It's going to get a bit fun out here. Pace car gets ready to drop in. Pace car is in now. That long drive back to the start-finish line. They are in the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Not a huge advantage, in fact, a bit of a disadvantage to get a really good start and leave the pack here, because once they get up to speed, they will come flying by you. Smart move by PJ, just getting a nice even start, keeping the pack with him. Looks like Pudge gets an awesome restart, though. He's going to run on the high side. Jeremy Edwards moves up the track with him. A little bit of a checkup on the bottom. Everybody holds on, though. Jason Stewart, power move to the high side. He's going for it. Getting some help from Sean Lesperance, but here comes the 09 of Dean Webb. 3 wide, mid-pack, as people are trying to make their way to the front. I'm really surprised to see this much 3 wide this early, but they are sending it here. Lesperance gets a little squirrely on corner entry, manages to hold on to her. A lot of moving around. These cars never planted. And hey, let's see what it looks like from inside the car. This is riding along with newcomer John Schneider. Off into 1 and 2, and you see just how much they move around. Down the back straightaway they go. You have no visibility to anything going on in front of you down the back straightaway. It's a hold on, cross your fingers, hold your breath. Off into 3 and 4, the lead, 4 leaders starting to pull away. 79 moves up, Schneider gets a run, just slides up underneath. And that was a lap around Talladega. That was in 48.3 seconds. Wow, a lot of 3 wide as Jeremy Gardner and Sean let Clay down on the apron. Looked like the line checked up just a little bit. Clay had to move down to avoid hitting the car in front of him. That outside line does not have, wow, they are moving around a lot. The outside line had some great momentum earlier on, but just not getting it together at the moment to start waking their way forward. Webb, Jeremy Gardner leading that outside line, trying to start making their way forward. Meanwhile, Pudge out front. Jeremy Edwards now to second, PJ in third, Pieper in fourth. Then the battle is on back behind. Robbie Allers, Jeff Sheldon, Dean Webb, all up in this mess. Oh, Gardner, hold her down, buddy. Gardner almost kissing the safer barrier. Oh, we've got one off track. He clears the racing surface. Caution is out. Looks like it was Mike Brown as they came out of turn 4. I believe it's Robbie Allers fading in the middle. Looked like Mike checked up just a little bit and just got nailed from behind. You got to give it to the guys behind him, though. Great wreck avoidance. Yeah, you see the outside line really checking up. Nowhere to go. Great job by everybody around Mike. They did an amazing job staying out of trouble. So Pudge in the lead, Jeremy Edwards now in second. Dean Webb really making his way forward. And we haven't talked to Dean in a while. Let's see. Well, let's make sure they don't come to pit road. They are not within their pit window here. So they cannot go the distance on fuel from here. A few guys faking, but the majority come in. Jeff Sheldon stays out. Jeff did stop under the last caution. And looks like Viken may be in the lucky dog position here. Starting to see guys rolling back up off pit road. Dean Webb comes out in fourth. Let's see if we can get a word with Dean. Hey Dean, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Hey, looks like you've had a few moments out there. Is your heart still working?
Oh, you know it, bud. We're cool as cucumber.
It's gotten exciting around you a few times. You've had some great wreck avoidance tonight.
Yeah, we've been lucky, man. Just trying to not get jammed up and make sure we keep the run no matter where we go.
Well, you've done a great job of it so far, sitting in fourth, but a long way to go. Can you keep it up there? And how's your shot at the win tonight?
It seems like every time we have this conversation, as soon as you duck off on the radio, I wreck it. So.
Oh, crap. Okay. I hope that you don't survive. Well, I'll just say this. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll have my fingers crossed.
I appreciate it, brother.
All right, good luck, buddy. If Dean wrecks after this, I will never interview him again. I have the same rule with Jacob Morgan. I jinxed Jacob Morgan so many times last season. Now, Ryan is still in the field, back in 31st after the earlier incident, trying to make his way back to the lead lap. A couple of laps down, but doing a great job. He's obviously got the speed tonight. Ryan may actually be in position to get one of his laps back here. Can definitely tell a few of the drivers have been bump drafting when you look at a guy like Ryan McDaniel and his front bumper, and then you look at the rest of the field and the rear bumpers, a lot of guys have been pushing. Does not look like Ryan's going to get waved around here, but he does put himself in position to have that opportunity if another caution comes out. So Jeff Sheldon and Jeremy Edwards will have the front row. Patrick Pieper, Dean Webb on the second, PJ Cox and Pudge on the third, Jacob Morgan, Colby Whipple, Robbie Allers, and Russell Worth rounding out the top 10. Russell's season has been going uphill since it started. He has had a much better season. Currently sits tied for 13th in points. Having another great run, top 10 run here tonight. Expect to see great things out of Russell this season. I fully expect to see Russell in victory lane before too much longer. All right, everybody stacked back up, ready to go. Still 26 cars on the lead lap. 4 cars, 1 lap down, 1 car, 2 laps down. Scott Cleek did not start the race. Just past the halfway point here. Pace car drops in. The long drive down the front straightaway. Here they go, kicking them up to speed through the tri-oval, into the restart zone, and green flag back in the air. Sheldon may have gotten too good of a restart on this one. There's a car width between him and the next car. He could be in trouble here when he gets to the backstretch. Jeremy Edwards on the high side has help. And Edwards is going to come by and take the lead with Dean Webb and Pudge in tow. Oh, big wreck on the back straightaway. They clear the racing surface and caution is out. Robbie Allers, Jacob Morgan, Patrick Pieper involved. Looks like a car just ahead gets into the wall and collects them. See if we can get a look at who that was. Looks like the 38. Of Patrick Pieper. Let's see if we can see what the heck happened with Patrick. Patrick moves up to the middle line. Oh, just moves up too far. I believe it was PJ Cox that he bounced off of. Comes down the track, and as you saw, several cars caught up. Don't be surprised to see several drivers on pit road just to top off on fuel. Getting word that we should check, we should ride along with Colby Whipple on this one. In Whipple's car. There you see the incident starting to happen, the bounce. Holy cow! Nice avoidance there, Whipple. That was exciting. PJ Cox on pit road. All the cars involved look like they're on pit road. Jarrett Woodard, a few others, Craig Phillips, Jeremy Gardner, Clay Kirchenbauer, Mike Brown, Blake Viken, all on pit road, as well as Jeremy Baker and Jacob Morgan. I would expect to see Robbie Allers in. I'd expect to see Patrick Pieper in. Looks like both of them may be down on power at the moment. Meanwhile, let's get a word with the luckiest guy on track right now. Hey, Colby, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug, I got you. What's up?
Hey, did you wear the brown pants today?
Oh my God, that was terrifying.
Man, I do not know. Usually in those situations, you see the car just get a little bit of a tap, but you got nothing out of that. You just
I got on the. Yeah, I hit that brake just a little bit. Try not to lock him up a bit, but I can't believe how close they were to my hood. I'm gonna have to watch that after the race and see how close it was.
I don't know that you want to know how close they were to your hood.
I don't think I do.
That was a great save, and you're back up in the top 5. How are you feeling about your chances here tonight?
I'm really good at these super speedway races. Every time I'm running up front, I get good finishes or wreck on the last lap trying, so I'm feeling good for a good run towards the end here. Haven't used my fast repairs yet, so yeah, got a long race left, but it's going to be fun.
All right, man. Good luck. A great save, Colby.
Thanks, Doug.
What a move. Russell Worth now up to 6, and Brenda, I have to agree. I know a lot of what Russell's the last few months have been like for him. Been through some of it myself, and I am so rooting for this guy to get to victory lane. It's unreal. Would love to see him hit victory lane tonight, and a great run too. Him being up in the top 15 in points. Speaking of the top 15 in points, let's look at where our top 5 in points are. Jason Stewart comes into tonight with the points lead, currently sits back in 16th. Jamie Knopf, who came in tonight, 2nd in points. Jamie currently running in 9th. Blake Viken has 3rd in points. He's running back in 18th. Pudge, who came in tonight, 4th in points, currently sits in 3rd. Justin Swafford came in tonight, 5th in points. Swafford having a very rough night, not like what we're used to seeing out of him. He currently rides in 27th. Swafford is now back on the lead lap. 27 cars on the lead lap, 4 are not. So we'll start seeing a few of these guys get back to the lead lap. Jeremy Baker, Darren Silva, Aaron Brill, and Ryan McDaniel. As they stack back up for the restart. All the cars side by side. A few guys warming up the tires. A lot of drivers did not come down pit road this time. It looked like the vast majority were the second half of the field, starting from PJ Cox on back. Came in topped off on fuel. A couple of drivers coming in for repairs. It looks like Jarrett Woodard and Craig Phillips were on pit road for an extended amount of time. Looks like manual repairs. Saving those fast repairs for when it's going to matter the most. Out of turn 4, pace car about to drop in. There he goes, and now the long drive back to the restart zone. I imagine Jeremy Edwards learned a little something from PJ Cox, or I'm sorry, Jeff Sheldon's restart. He fires, they're away, and Edwards gets a little bit of a gap that Dean Webb slides into. Oh no! Jeff Sheldon tried to fit into a gap where there wasn't room. Comes across the nose of Pudge, he is off. see Sheldon thought he had Pudge cleared. Comes down and just spins to the inside. Clears the racing surface, no caution. He is going to lose a ton of ground here. He has to hope for a caution here. Meanwhile, Pudge and crew start to close back up on Dean Webb and Jeremy Edwards. Top four actually have a little bit of a gap, but that gap is quickly closing. Pudge up on the high side trying to make something happen here. Colby Whipple up there with him. John Scheiderick, one of the rookies this season, now up into the top 10. And Jacob Morgan, who got caught in that incident, has made his way back up. He's fighting up the middle, up into the top 10. They're trying to get 4 wide back here, only 3 wide at the moment, which somehow seems sane. PJ Cox, a little bobble there in the middle. Gardner up on the high side. Blake Veakin riding along in the middle behind him. Everybody sorts out side by side except for Veakin, who is probably going to lose a little bit of ground here. Gardner moves down, pulls him up into the draft. Pudge now back in the lead. Whipple on the high side. Pudge getting a push from Jeremy Edwards. Whipple a push from Otto. Oh, we've got another one. It's Gardner. Holy cow! How in the world did Gardner just save that car? Gardner gets a tap and goes down into the grass. You see guys checking up behind. Gardner just all over the place, but manages to pull that car together. What a save by Jeremy Gardner, and I guarantee you he's glad he's got that diaper on. Things starting to get chaotic with less than 30 to go. Otto Cruz to the lead. Jamie Knopf now in second. Blake Veakin now to third. Whipple in fourth. Pudge in fifth. And everybody else right there. It looks like there has, just by circumstances, a few cars fallen off. Jeremy Gardner leading a second pack. Getting a big push now from Robbie Allers. Jacob Morgan back there, Jason Stewart. These guys have done an amazing job of gathering their cars up, keeping them going. Somebody's blinking up front. I think it may be Pudge. 3 wide right behind him is Paulo Inesito on the bottom. Edwards in the middle. Otto Cruz continues to lead. Jamie Knopf in second. Colby Whipple in third. Top 3 single file. Then Paulo Inesito and Blake Veakin battle it out for fourth. Back behind the rest of that group. 2 wide at the moment. Jeremy Gardner leading this pack back behind. Jeremy was leading, and now Robbie Allers goes to the point. 2.6 seconds back from the lead pack. They're going to get single file and try and work their way to the front. Blake Viken sticks his nose to the front. Can he lead a lap tonight? Hollow moves out of line. He's going to drop to the tail end of this group. Hollow dropping back, but the 14 right on his bumper. Brandon Newby was trying to move forward. Hollow slides back in line. Blake Viken does get credit for leading a lap. Now Pudge drops to the bottom. Help from Dean Webb. He'll go back to the lead. Viken settles back into third. Meanwhile, Edwards up on the high side. Dean moves up. Dean Webb leads that lap. Robbie Allers and crew are gaining on the lead pack. They lost a little time coming out of turn 2, but the majority of the lap they are gaining on the leaders. This battle is far from over, and when you consider the talent sitting in that group right now, the leaders definitely don't want to have this group come back. You got Robbie Allers, Jason Stewart, Mike Brown, Craig Phillips, Justin Swafford, Jacob Morgan, and Jeremy Gardner back there, along with Jeff Sheldon hanging off the back. Ryan McDaniel also in that group, trying to get himself back to the lead lap. This side-by-side battling as Jeremy Edwards goes to the lead is exactly what that second group wants to see. Jeremy Edwards pulling ahead. He's going to lead a lap here. Everybody is with, oh, what a run! Otto Cruz just shoots out of that bottom line with a massive run. No help there yet. Now Viken hops up to the outside. Everybody within their fuel window now. Green flag stops. The final stop could happen at any moment. Although they're 3 wide at the back of this lead, caution is out. Ryan McDaniel involved. Looks like Jacob Morgan may have gotten loose. Let's see if we can see what the heck happened. Let's back up the replay here a little bit. Looked like Jacob was trying to get into that group, had nowhere to go. McDaniel almost makes it through. Everybody within their fuel window, expect everybody on pit road this time. Yeah, things are definitely, the aggression is definitely starting to crank up here at Talladega. We'll watch and see if we can get a word with Jeremy Gardner once his stop is completed. as the whole field begins the drive down pit road. Ryan McDaniel, Jacob Morgan both limping their cars back to pit road. Heavy damage to both. Jeremy Edwards came in with the lead. He rolls off of pit road with the lead. A lot of two-tire stops at the front. Gardner in for a long time. He took 4. Looks like the top 7 all took 2 tires and fuel. Colby Whipple in 8th, the first car to take 4. And let's see if we can get a quick word with the driver of the 48. Hey Gardner, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, gotta ask, did you fill the diaper?
Yeah, my butthole puckered up a little bit and pulled the seat up, so. Did you get the replay of that save?
Yeah, we watched it a few times, dude. That was an incredible save.
Yeah, how the hell I did that while drinking, I have no idea, but I was quite impressed, honestly.
I think a lot of us were, man. That was a great save, and now you're back with the lead pack. Do you have something for them?
I had 10 seconds of damage right there. Car felt slow. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I've been kind of conservative, but a little aggressive tonight. I'm starting 20th right now, so I'm gonna try and find my way to the front. So, I mean, I'm pretty decent at these plate races, so we'll find out for sure.
Well, man, good luck. It's been a wild ride tonight.
Oh, yeah, it has.
Good luck, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Gardner definitely having an exciting night tonight. The rest of the field coming back in looking to see. Edwards, Jeremy Edwards in the lead. Now 27 cars still in the lead. No, 28. Excuse me. Looks like a few drivers may get waved past the pace car here. No, Sean Lesperance did not get waved. He is going to drop to the tail end. So 27 cars remain on the lead lap. And there is a big group towards the back of this thing that have not had to get user repair, have stayed out of trouble all night, and we expect to see them coming forward. Darren Silva, Jason Stewart, Craig Phillips, Jacob Morgan's been in a little bit of trouble and come back hard every time. Tyler Ott, Lonnie Roberts back there. Several drivers back toward the tail end of this field. Still in this fight. And of course, as always, Steve telling Blakey Poo to get her done. Pace car leads them around. Pace car dropping in. It's time to go racing once again. Just under 20 laps to go. Everybody about to crank it up a bunch. Into the restart zone, green flag in the air. Dean Webb quickly slides into the second place slot. Everybody coming up to speed quickly. Pieper sliding in behind Clay Kirchenbauer. Russell Worth back in 12th. John Scheiderick, one of the new drivers, starting to make his way forward. And a small group at the back. Craig Phillips dropping to the back to play it safe still. Dean Webb up front, Blake Veakin right behind him. Jeremy Edwards leads that bottom line, and now that third line coming into play. And that third line has a huge run into one. Jamie Knopf leading him around. Ryan McDaniels has had a problem. Ryan in the 60s. Oh, trying to come down, gets together with, I believe that was Sean Lesperance. They clear the racing surface, no caution. Jamie Knopf back to the lead. Edwards up the middle, takes the spot now. They're 4 wide down the front stretch. Oh, this may not end well, folks. There, Blake Veakin is sideways. Pudge manages to crack him, but here we go. A lot of cars caught up in that one. Pudge was caught. Jarrett Woodard is caught. There you see, back behind the incident, several drivers dropping to the apron. Jarrett Woodard, I think, made it through cleanly. Watch as Pudge and Blake get together. Pudge almost has him corrected. Bounces into Richie Joplin. Robbie Allers caught up in that. Jason Stewart caught up in it. Otto Cruz goes into wreck avoidance mode. No. Stewart gets caught up in it as well. Jeremy Edwards holds the lead for the moment. Several cars will be on pit road. Looking to see if Craig got anything. He was does not look like Craig Phillips caught any damage in this. Everybody coming around. We may see a few guys stop for tires or fuel, but nobody actually needs it from that last stop. Edwards stays out. Swafford faked to pit road. Richie Joplin is in. We saw him take a hit. Blake Veakin, Paulo Aniceto, Otto Cruz, Robbie Allers, John Scheiderick. Jacob Morgan is in. Jeremy Baker is in. Pudge is in. Stewart. A lot of drivers coming into pit road. A lot more than expected. And let's see if we can talk to one of the newer drivers in the field. Hey, Craig, it's Doug up in the booth. You got me? Hey, Craig Phillips, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, you've been playing it safe all night, and it seems to be paying off.
Yeah, so far, time to probably go forward now. Can't really sit back anymore.
Definitely not, but man, I was questioning the move of playing it safe on that last restart, and I was obviously way wrong. That was brilliant.
I wish I could take credit, but I had a pedal issue put me to the back, and now it's corrected. Well,
man, it's been a great run so far. I know you've got Trevor Duff out here cheering you on, man. Good luck tonight. A great run so far, and look forward to your charge to the front.
Thanks, man.
Craig Phillips, one of the new members of the Nowski Nation, now up to 17th after that, and said he is done playing it safe. This could get interesting. Jeremy Edwards up front, Justin Swafford. Swafford involved in that first incident earlier on, ended up a lap down, has managed to come back and now up in second place. Pujanowski comes off pit road in 20th. Richie Joplin, who is involved in that, comes out 26th. Robbie Allers now back on the lead lap. 28 cars on the lead lap. Ryan McDaniels, you gotta give him credit. He has not given up yet. He is getting closer to getting that lucky dog and getting back to the lead lap. The way this last few laps is going to go, he might still have a shot at it. Talladega, you don't count anything out until somebody comes across the front straightaway backwards. Which, ironically, Richie Joplin got his first Nowski win in the Truck Series here at Talladega backwards. Russell Worth currently sitting back in 12th. He's still lurking out there. Clay Kirchenbauer in 11th. Jeff Sheldon's up there just outside of the top 10. Still a lot of fast guys on the lead lap. And of course, Pujanowski, we'll be watching him and Craig Phillips. Those two are actually going to be side by side here, or nose to tail. So we'll get to see them come charging through. Tina, I think Ryan needs a few more Lucky Charms in the rig. Maybe even a box of Lucky Charms. Pace car leads them through 3 and 4, just over 10 to go. Hey, let's hear it. Anybody think that that was the last caution? Do you think it'll go green from here? Drop in the comments and let us know. Pace car is in. Here we go. Jeremy Edwards leads them down once again into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Edwards gets moving quickly. Swafford does not jump into the hole. Now he moves down. Did Dean Webb close it? No, he didn't. And the general consensus, no, we will not have a green to the end. Looking back to see Pudge start his charge. Craig Phillips also back there. He said he's about to crank it up here as well. Otto Cruz lurking back there. Blake Viken, who's been up front today. Him and Pudge seem to be hooked up. Darren Silva starting to make his way forward, and they're 3 wide at the front. Jamie Knopf looking for his 3rd win of the season, 3 wide. In the middle here, not exactly the most comfortable place to be. But if you get it right, man, you can take a big run. As Jamie Knopf has definitely figured something out, he's charging. Caleb. Yeah. Still 3 wide at the front. They're coming down to get 10 laps to go. Jeremy Edwards leads, 10 to go. Everybody cranking up the aggression even more. Edwards in the safest place on track at the moment. There's a bottle on the high side. Swafford, what a move! Swafford went from the bottom to the top. He's got a big run. What a caution is out! Newbie took a big run there at the end. Looks like Mike Brown, several cars involved. Let's take a look at what happened here. Mike Brown there on the bottom. Oh! Pudge in the middle bounces off a car. Or was that? Let's see if we can figure out who that was. No, that was Pudge in the 7. Comes up, gets into the 03, comes down. Just bounces back and forth, pinballs, and several drivers caught up. Auto Cruz caught up, Jeff Sheldon, Mike Brown, as we just saw. Oh, Sheldon, whoa! Almost saves it, comes back up and gets Darren Silva. Bobby Allers has nowhere to go. I would have to say Sheldon was the pinball on that one. Justin Swafford goes to the lead with a real power move. Not many cars hitting pit road. Let's see if we can get a word with Justin. Hey, Swafford, it's Doug. You got me?
10-4, Doug.
Hey, let's talk about that power move that put you in the lead. That was from the bottom to the top in a massive run.
Yeah, all night. That top has been coming in hot all night. So I knew Jeremy was in front of me. I didn't want to have to do it, but I knew he was going to come up, and I had to jump in front of it to get that lead. And hopefully that wasn't my fault for that caution, but we'll see what happens.
No, it definitely was not. But man, that was a gutsy move. I've seen only a handful of times something like that tried here at Talladega. That takes a little bit of courage there.
Oh yeah, well, with less than 10 laps to go, everything goes out the window. You do whatever you can to get that dub.
Well, you're definitely on it, man. Can you hold these guys off on the restart and for the remaining laps?
Actually, I don't know, because being in the leader right now is actually, I'm a sitting duck, so I'm going to have to see what I can do about this restart and see what line's getting the run and go with it.
Well, just remember, don't jump out to too big of a lead or you will get runned over.
10-4.
Good luck, buddy. Great move.
Thank you, Doug.
Justin Swafford in the lead. He knows he's a sitting duck. You do not want to be up in the front in a restart here. You don't really want to go to the front until about 2 laps to go. And then you are just mirror driving from that point on. Brandon Newby almost makes the move into second place. He had an even bigger run coming down from the top to the bottom. The caution had the caution come out a split second later, Newby would be our leader at the moment. Jeremy Edwards still holding on in third, Dean Webb in fourth, BJ Cox in fifth, Jamie Knopf sixth, Patrick Pieper seventh, Lonnie Roberts eighth, Colby Whipple ninth, Blake Beacon in 10th. Trying to support Craig Phillips. I've been drinking a Gatorade throughout this broadcast, and it's gave me the hiccups twice. Pudge back down on pit road. Looks like Jeremy Baker also on pit road. Ryan McDaniel is still out on track. And I do believe we're going to have 29 cars on the lead lap this time. Don't forget, if you've missed any of these races, you can find them on the How to Suck at iRacing YouTube channel. All these races go out the same night onto the YouTube channel, so you definitely want to go check that out. And make sure you're following, subscribing there. We're also on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and the Facebook thing. Yeah. It's a good thing I have kids to help me set up all this technology. "29 cars will restart on the lead lap." And impressively, all 31 cars that started this race are still on track and running. They'll restart with about 6 laps to go. If the caution comes out again, we will go to a green-white checkered. But hopefully we will make it green from here. Pace car is in. This could be the final restart with Justin Swafford and Brandon Newby on the front row. Into the zone. Green flag back in the air. Swafford jumps to the high side quickly, leaving the bottom open for Jeremy Edwards. Will he slide back down? No, Newby's going to make the move to the bottom. Three wide back through the field as drivers trying to make their way forward. Richie Joplin up on the high side. And here comes Russell Worth straight up the middle. Russell no help in the middle, trying to hop up, getting Richie's draft. The top 7 or 8 single file, but it looks like a big snake as they try and do something here. Now breaking back off, here comes Gardner. Gardner brings the bottom line down. Swafford now back behind. And here comes Jamie Knopf, Paulo Anacito in that group. Jason Stewart, the points leader, has had a problem behind. No caution. Oh, looks like they did a little bit of beating and banging. The 03 gets into the wall. And more chaos back behind. Caution is out. Several cars involved again. Robbie Allers up on the high side. Oh, Russell Worth and Clay Kirchenbauer yet together. Richie Joplin is caught up in it. Oh, Robbie Allers a hard hit. Aaron Brill caught in this one as well. Oh, Aaron just goes off the nose of Kirchenbauer. Jacob Morgan managing to get woed up down to the apron. He might have gotten clear. No, he got a little bit of that. Auto Cruz definitely had a rough ride as well. Oh, I don't actually think Jacob Morgan got hit. Aaron Brill stopped Otto. Darren Silva, there's Darren down on the bottom. Darren almost makes it through. Then catches Jarrett Woodard. Jeff Sheldon also caught up in this. Craig Phillips, who has played it safe all night long, was starting to make his way through this. I don't know if he was in the initial crash or not. Let's take, he was. Craig comes down to the bottom, gets checked up all the way down. Clay Kirchenbauer slides down in front of him. He almost avoided that. But remember, Craig and several other of these guys that had played it safe, they had managed to hold on to their fast repairs. They will still be in the fight. John Scheiderick appears to be out of the race. Otto Cruz, Robbie Allers both on pit road. And it looks like Otto and Robbie may have towed the pit road. I'm trying to confirm. No, it does not look like anybody actually towed the pit road, so they are still in it if they can get their car repaired and get back out. Meanwhile, Newbie has the lead. Let's see if we can talk to our new leader. Hey, Newbie, it's Doug. You got me, bud?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's the view up there?
I'm not even looking out my front. I'm looking out my back.
Don't blame you there. I know this is not where you want to be restarting at. Obviously makes you a sitting duck out here. Do you have a plan to maintain the lead?
Honestly, no. I know Jeremy's going to get pushed like hell from Swafford. I hope PJ pushes me like hell. We'll have a drag race to the end, but I'm really thinking that outside line's going to form quicker than this inside line for some reason, man. I think I'm a sitting duck.
Well, man, I wish you the best luck. I do have to say, you and Swafford have the biggest power moves we have seen all night. His move to the top, and had that caution, that previous caution, not come out for another second, you would have had the lead from your move from the top all the way to the bottom.
Oh, yeah, man. Swafford's move was sexy.
It definitely was. Yours was not bad looking either.
Well, I'm going to strap in here, get focused back up, and hopefully you're talking to me at the end of the race, man.
Good luck, buddy.
All right, thank you, sir.
Well, Newbie is happy, excited, and ready to go. Taking a look, because Pudge did not come to pit road this time. Looks like minor damage, if any. So I think Pudge may be okay. Craig Phillips is back out after repairs. He's okay. Jacob Morgan is back out on track. We still have 27 cars out on track. Well, let me rephrase. We still have 27 cars on the lead lap in contention. Ryan McDaniel now up into 28th. And in the lucky dog position as well. Dirty Duff, yeah. I think that was number 6. I think that was our 6th caution of the night. First half of this race, caution free, really long run, green flag run, even a green flag pit stop. But once they started, the old cautions breed cautions really came into play. And now with a green-white checker to the finish, well, anything can happen. This might get a little bit crazy. A little bit more crazy, I should say. Brandon Newby and Jeremy Edwards have the front row. PJ Cox, Justin Swafford behind them. Colby Whipple, Jamie Knopf on the third row. Then Lonnie Roberts, Dean Webb, Paulo Anacito, Blake Viken rounding out your top 10. Of note, Patrick Pieper in 11th, Pudge in 13th. They charged through this field earlier together. Can they do it again? Green flag back in the air. Newby tried to get clear up in front of Edwards, couldn't do it. Side by side all the way through. Nobody charging yet. Drivers still trying to come up to speed. We've got a couple making moves up top. Paulo up top making a push on Lonnie Roberts. Lonnie up into the top 3. Lonnie, one of the drivers that hit out all night, stayed out of trouble. Now he's up here challenging for the win. They're coming to the white flag. Edwards drops to the bottom. They're 3 and 4 wide. They're wrecking behind, but the white flag is in the air. Big one. 5 cars will battle for it. And I'm showing the checkered flag. We'll see. They should come around to be late racing for the win here. With Lonnie Roberts and Dean Webb up front, Swafford in third. I think these boys found a glitch in the matrix, but as of right now, they are racing for it, and Lonnie Roberts is headed to his first win of the season at Talladega. Dean Webb in second, Justin Swafford in third. That's what our scoring is showing. Hang tight 1 second. I'll just keep talking, but here for a minute. Okay, that is the official top 3 according to iRacing. Lonnie Roberts, Dean Webb, so great run. Patrick Pieper comes home in 4th, Colby Whipple in 5th, Blake Veek in 6th, Richie comes home in 7th, Jamie Knopf in 8th, Russell Worth 9th, PJ Cox comes home in 10th. And let's talk to our top 3, starting with Justin Swafford. Hey, Justin, it's Doug. You got me?
10-4.
Hey, Talladega never disappoints, but that last lap and a half, wow.
Man, I'm surprised I didn't even get to cross the finish line. They were wrecking every which way behind me, and I was waiting to just spin around.
Well, you managed to get clear. It became a 5-car battle to the end, and then the other 2 just kind of pulled away. But, man, what an awesome run you had tonight.
Yeah, we came out of turn 2, and I was hoping to catch their draft and catch them. But man, that's awesome for Lonnie. You know, good for him for getting that. You know, a lot of hard guys out there, man. So it's a lot of fun. This is a very challenging race, and I had a blast.
Congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
Dean Webb comes home in second. Hey, Dean, it's Doug. You got me?
Well, I'll be damned. I survived.
I have to say, man, you went from the back to the front to the back to the front to the back to the front about 100 times tonight before getting to second place.
Oh, yeah, man. Like I said earlier, I was just trying not to get bottled up, and I seemed to be able to get a run wherever I wanted, and I was just kind of taking it, and then that wreck there at the end really helped us out, so that gave, Lonnie Roberts and myself a 1-2 finish with Justin behind us. That was awesome.
Man, I have to say, I thought you were going to pull out coming out of 4 and make the move for the win, but it looked like you just hopped up, didn't have the momentum, and slid back in line.
Yeah, there was, if you had the guy behind you with that push, you could really get that run you're looking for, but once I got behind Lonnie, I just didn't have enough to make it happen.
Well, man, congratulations. Still a great run and a great finish, buddy.
Hell yeah, 16 to second. We'll take it all day.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, Doug.
All right. Hey, a couple of nerds. Great to see you guys again. And let's get Lonnie Roberts in here. I know he is going to be excited. As soon as I can find Lonnie Roberts. He might be celebrating. I actually do not see Lonnie in, I saw him earlier. Hey, Lonnie, if you're listening, hop up here into the booth, buddy. I'm trying to find you. In the meantime, let's take a look. Let's take one more look at that last lap.
What's going on,
Hey,
buddy?
Lonnie! Man, first off, congrats, buddy. That was an awesome, awesome win.
Oh, thank you, man. Oh, man, that was nerve-wracking. I apologize to Colby. I was trying to side draft him there a little bit. I may have caught him on that last lap, but I'm really just happy to pull that one off for Colton, man. I really wanted to stick this car into the winner circle for that kid some point this season, so happy to do it at DEGA.
Well, man, that is impressive, and yeah, I just saw the Colton Strong in the comments, man. That is awesome. A great job, and what a win you had tonight. You kept the car clean and pretty much managed to keep that car out of trouble tonight, and then be there right when it counted.
Yeah, man. I actually made it through there without using the fast repair, which is hard to do at DEGA, but just happy to pull that one off, man. I don't even know what else to say. Like I said, I just really wanted to stick that car in the winning circle for that kid, for Colton, man, some point this season, so I'm happy to get it done here.
Man, that is awesome, and taking another look at that last lap, were you concerned at all? Dean looked like out of turn 4 he was peeking out a couple of times, was going to make the move, but nothing came of it.
Nah, I think he was happy to push me. He knew what that meant to me, man. So I think he was happy just taking second and allowing me to get there, man. I think that's the first one of these Nowski races I've won other than some road course stuff. So I'm actually just happy to get my first win in the series.
Well, man, that was an awesome job, an awesome finish, and shout out to Colton. A great job finally getting that car into victory lane. It's long overdue. It's been close more than once, and just an awesome night for you.
Hey, man, I thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate Pudge, man, for putting this stuff on. I appreciate you for taking time broadcasting, man. I appreciate everything you do for us.
My pleasure, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Lonnie Roberts finally gets it into victory lane for Colton in the Colton Strong paint scheme. What an awesome night. What a great race that was. We might even spawn a few reels off of that one. It was so cool. Awesome night of racing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks to a couple of nerds for the raid. Really appreciated that as well. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm out of breath. Really excited about this one. Thank you guys so much. Tune in tomorrow night. I will be driving for sure. So you definitely want to tune in and see that. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did tonight. Y'all have a great night. Hashtag Colton Strong.